G'day, good morning. How are we all on this fine weekend? Sunny weekend up here in Queensland again today. I think it's going to be pretty warm today. So how have we all been? All looking forward to your weekend for the guys over the pond. And we're just starting our weekend, Saturday morning here, 9 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning. Absolutely beautiful out there. So yeah, let me get the, who we got in there. I was saying we've got about 6 people in, but I can only see Sam. Amber Witchy Woman, how are you? Welcome back, Sam. Now this one I think was one that we cast a few streams back as well. I think this one was the one where I used the new colours that I got, which was Purple and Wildfire. Now, when I was taking this one out the mould, I actually took a big chip out the bottom. So I'm hoping that I can lose that chip in the bottom. It's going to be very, very close, but I'm hoping I can lose that anyway. Now, the shape of this one, I'm going to probably do this one a similar shape to the one that we done on Thursday night's stream. Something similar anyway, along the same lines. It is getting fitted with a 29mm Rhodium, as you probably read in the description. I haven't made up my mind yet whether I'm going to keep this one for myself or whether I'll actually put it up for sale, but we'll see as we go. And yeah, so I'm just going to start. I've put a few pencil marks on it, so I'm just going to start getting into shaping on it now. Yeah, it's beautiful up here today, mate. Brett, how are you, buddy? So the usual crew are first in this morning. Grey Dog. Grey Dog's not on yet, is he? Oh yeah, he is. Good morning, Grey Dog. How are you, buddy? Hope you're well. All right, let's get cracking then, eh? You guys can entertain yourselves in there. I got my coffee. This is my wife made me a nice cup of coffee after I had breakfast. So we'll get started. I've sharpened up the tools this morning. I just gave them a quick tickle on the grinder. So hopefully they'll be all good for another little while now. So I'm going to just tidy up the end of this blank here, just very gently and carefully. So we'll lift the tool rest up a little bit. I want to try and keep as much length on this blank as I can, just to make sure that I keep away from that nasty chip in the bottom. That's nice and sharp now, eh? You can hear the difference, you can see the difference. It's almost one length of streamer, look at it. Sharp tools make a difference, eh? Right, let me see how clean that's cut. No, there's a couple of little tiny little air bubbles, so we might just take because that's the top of the blank. That's better. Yeah, beautiful shavings. All right, that'll do us there, I think. We'll have a quick look just to check. Yep, that's all good. We can leave that there. We're going to come in with this now. 28mm Forstner bit. We'll lock it off and we'll slow it right down for this. So I'm just going to set that there, take a size. So that's about 18 mil. So say 36. Oh, actually we'll go 35 to start with. We'll check that. Okay, let's check that. That's spot on there to where I want it to be. Right, knock this out. Then we'll set up the tool rest. And we'll come in here and we'll take, that was 28, so we want to take out about half a mil to mil, half a mil probably, which will be a mil overall, maybe a little bit more. Hopefully that should be enough. So have you got anything exciting happening over the weekend? So that's probably still just a little bit too high and probably a little bit restricted. So I'm just going to take that, open it just a little tiny little bit more. And I think that'll be nice now, but I might have to go a little bit deeper as well. Yeah, that's much better. And I want to get this on about 50, 53, so we're currently about 55, so I want to go in about another 2 mil. So we'll go back in with a Forstner. And that should do it, I think. Let's measure. Yep, that should do it, most definitely. So now I just need to take that little bit at the bottom again. That'll do it. That takes care of that. And loft should be on the money now. 53. So there we go. We're on the money. We've got the knots set. Now we can start a little bit of shaping. Okay, turn this around. Now we don't have a lot of material on around where the knot's going to be, so it'll be just a little bit of rounding over. New coffee beans, sounds good. Sam's going to go out for a few walks, excellent. Brett's having a chilling time at home, no driving, all good. Amber's chasing snow. You'll need to send me a link to these new groups that you guys are all talking about, so I can get in on the scene, see what's going on. Now, what am I doing here? What am I doing? Oh yeah. Look at those shavings. Aye, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Right, let's get the camera set up here, right? So we're going to take you to probably camera 3, and we'll set the picture-in-picture on the bottom to be camera 2. That bore brush turned out to be not too bad, eh? Nice handle actually, nice in the hand, and the bore was a bit rough compared to what I'm used to with my badgers and my synthetics, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it might have been. So I think it's going to break in quite nicely, to be honest. Obviously it'll take a fair few shaves for it to do that, but it's already starting to splay. So yeah, I'm quite impressed. First time with the bore. First time with any bore really. I haven't used one before, so but like I said, it was quite pleasant. More pleasant than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be really scratchy feel, which you could feel it still exfoliate the face a lot more than any of my other knots, but like I said, it wasn't too bad. Right, I'm probably going to leave the top about there because I do want material left around that knot, being that it's a rhodium. And as it is, that's probably fairly minimal, but it should still be strong enough, I'm thinking. Now we'll grab the parting tool and we'll cut some streamers. I'm just going to define my bottom. So you can hear that chip in the bottom of the blank on the tool. I'll do that. And then we'll bring the tool rest up again. We'll take a little bit off there without hitting the chuck. That's not too bad. We'll probably need to round the rest of that off once I can get into it. No, I can get in there very carefully. Yeah, that's not too bad there now. That's good. And then we'll take that way. And we're going to take that down the other way. And then we'll just clean up the top section there. It's done that. Again. That's that. Now we bring the chat back up. Yes, I did, guys. I got your messages on the packs, so we'll have a look at that one at some stage. A lot of variation though. There's nothing really standardised about them, is there? There go the streamers. The streamers are just peeling off this one. Take you to that shot and you might see the streamers flying. Now they've decided just to tangle up this time. They're quite strong streamers, these ones too. Obviously the different materials react very differently, you know. These ones are quite hard to break off the blank once they wrap around. The air cuts them okay, but they're quite hard to break off by hand, whereas the one I done the other night, they broke away by hand quite easily. Down to putting the final detail in. just the compressor. Still thinking I'll go narrower on the top section up here. That's got it, I think. Yeah, I'm thinking that's all right. Stop it, we'll have a look, eh? Get all that out of there. Yeah, I'm thinking that's good. Might just take a little bit more up here. And on top of the good morning to you, Grey Dog. Coffee time. Okay. Let me just bring this back in. Right, bit there, I think. Right, just let's thin out that under section under here a little bit more. Now I'm just going to sweeten that back into this section. That's better. Much better. All right. I think we're ready to start sanding. So we'll slow her down. That's probably not too bad. Where did I put my little, there it is, my little foam pad. I was missing my foam pad. Just to get into that little detail there. That's better. And then we'll use it in there. Right, let's have a looky. It's quite warm in here today. Obviously, the nice weather outside, it's warming up the shed. It's normally cooling down of an evening when we do the weekday streams. Sounds like my pups are having a play out the back. Right, that'll do that one. We'll get rid of that. Yeah, pups are good, Sam. You're getting bigger and bigger. Probably another month or two and then that'll be it. They should be at the full size then. Well, my weekend's going to be tied up cleaning up around the house. I'm going to mow all the gardens over the weekend, front and back. I've got a heap of stuff that I'm going to sort out and take pictures off and put up and sell, related to my other hobby, flying model aeroplanes. I've got a heap of stuff I want to get rid of, move on, so I'm going to give it all a clean up and take some photographs and then list it up for sale. So I've got a busy weekend. So once I'm finished here, I'll be cleaning this mess up so I can open up the workshop and get access out the front. And then I'll get busy. Yeah, not too bad, mate. Like I said, I'm thinking of getting out of it. So I'm going to try something else. I just had enough of it, mate. It's too expensive now that I don't have a proper income coming in. It's just too expensive to keep up with it all, mate. It's like any hobby, really. You know, the deeper you get into it, the more expensive it gets. So I think it's time for me to get out of it. Oh, see, we broke the 90 subscribers too. I think we got 91 or 92 subscribers now. So we'll soon be hitting the 100 mark, hopefully. We can pick up a few more. Right, it's another one down. Yeah, still, we'll wait and see when it's finished, Sam. I'm not sure yet, mate. I mean, I really have enough brushes, to be honest, but it would be nice having a Rhodium. But I do have a Bob Quinn Elite, is it Elite Razors Bob Quinn? From a couple of years ago, which I really like. It's a really nice knot. I got plenty of time to make another razor. I'll see how it takes me when it's finished. That was the knot that was used in the P&C limited edition 2 or 3 years ago. Sorry about that, people. Welcome back. Welcome, welcome. All good, it's all sorted. I think I picked it up pretty soon after you guys picked it up. So all good. We're on our way again. So we'll go back to there. Put them there for charging. I get about two and a bit streams, I think it is, out of a set of batteries, so I should really change them over after 2 complete streams, but it depends if the streams go for a couple of hours or 3 hours, you know. But it's not too bad. Right, that's that one done. Right, let's go. All right. Yeah, Burple and Wildfire, this one is called. Well, they're the colours that we used. I can't remember if we put some clear in it as well. And again, this was one of those ones that was cast in that bunch we done a few streams ago. But this one, I just put this one in the box with some of my other blanks. And I did chip this one when I brought it out when I released out the mould. There's the big chip there that you can see, and that came right up into the bottom of the handle, but we've managed to get that away now. And this handle will still be the same size as normal. So around about that 68 to 70 mil is the size I like to make my handles. Feels like a handle in the hand at that size to me. If they're any chunkier or if they're any shorter, then to me they're too short. You know, a handle meant to be held in the hand, that's why it's called handle. But some people do have a preference for shorter stubby handles, some people do have a preference for bigger, longer handles, each to their own. I do make some shorter ones. I do make some little chubby type style brushes now and again, but not too often. The shape doesn't really do nothing for me. I like to have a little bit more intricate shape, a bit more stylish. But the chubby's been around for a long, long time. And it's a well recognised shape. I mean, if it does turn out looking really nice, this one, then, you know, that might convince me to keep this one for myself, but it might also convince me, nah, put it up for sale, move it on. Can't keep every brush that you make. Yes, correct. I'm actually working up a little bit of a sweat here. That's not good. It's because I got the smock on as well with the and of course, like I said, it is warming up quite significantly outside now, so it's only going to get warmer from here. Although they are predicting we've got the El Nino coming through this year, so they're saying we're going to get hit with some good storms. We're going to get a fair bit of rain, but not as much as what we had in the floods back in, when was it, 2000 and... oh, I can't remember now. But the last floods we had, the last big floods up here in Brisbane, when the Brisbane River burst its banks and flooded the city. And all the surrounding suburbs went under as well, but they're saying it's not going to be quite as bad as that, but we are expecting a lot of rain this season. So that's good. I mean, rain's good, as long as we don't get... but they're saying we are going to get a lot of storms, so... anyway, we'll see what all comes of it. El Nino or El Nino or whatever it's called. Oh no, it's just going to be something seasonal thing, mate. It's just it's going to happen. We're reasonably lucky. I mean, we've got a creek down at the bottom of our street that does flood, but we're quite a bit higher up, so it shouldn't affect us too much. It's all the lower lying places that cop it generally, as you're aware. But it's not here yet, so It's just a prediction for this summer, that's all. Whether it happens or not is another thing, aye. They have been known to get the weather wrong before. Can't you do nothing to fix that, Brett? Can't you put a spoon drain in or a big gravel drain around the front or something, mate? Take the water away. I think we had this conversation once before about your place and the flooding. Neighbour sounds like he's hard at it again, shoveling. I can hear them shoveling away. Nigel's in the house. Good morning, Nigel. How are you, buddy? That's a bugger, mate. That's a bugger. Yeah, and the thing is, to do any renovations or sorting out around properties now, and you know, building works is so bloody expensive, aye. Nothing's cheap anymore, that's for sure. Yeah, it's warming up all right, buddy. I'm actually sweating here. I'm thinking of taking this smock off shortly. I might do that. Oh, I'll leave it because I got my mic on. Yeah, it's starting to warm up, mate. I could put the big fan on, but then you probably wouldn't hear me. I've got a big industrial fan for when I'm out here in the summer, and it's just enough to blow a bit of air around and keep the air moving. I've got two whirlybirds in the roof here, but the roof's quite a low slung roof, so it traps a lot of the heating, being a tin roof as well. So it gets bloody stinking hot in here. Might need to put the pool to good use, mate. Drop in the pool for a little while. Cool off once I'm finished. Pool's probably still a bit too cool at the moment. I might need to rename my stream. Sweating for your viewing pleasure. How does that sound? Anyway, let's just give the little edges a little bit of a touch up, and then I think we're ready to go to the wets. There we go, we've got it. Right, I am sweating too. Right, we'll get my little bowl of water, get my rag for the top of the bed of the lathe, so we don't get water everywhere. Now, sanding pads. All right, here we go. Pop, pop, pop. Just use the sweat for the wet. Good on yous guys. The sweaty turner, the sweaty lathe man. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. I'm liking this one. Oh, I maybe have to make this my brush. No, I think it'll be going up for sale, to be honest. With a 29mm Rhodium, it'll be a stunner, I reckon, this one. Yeah, this was the Purple and Wildfire, and I think that mix of colour, that combination is quite spectacular. And like I said, I'm pretty sure we put clear in this as well. Again, I'd have to go back to the video and check. I don't keep logs of my castings because nearly every one I do is different, but that is an issue for when you want to repeat something, because then you've got to sort of try and review what you what you done the last time to get similar effect, you know. But this is a really sweet colour combination. When I stopped the lathe there to have a quick look, it was pretty stunning. You can see that there. And the top's got some kind of transparency in it, but we've got a lot of the different coloured swirl in it. And then it gets deeper, as Amber said earlier, it's sort of gradiented. I wouldn't say it's gradiented, but it is actually darker in the bottom, but we do have some different colour showing in through there. So it's, yeah, it's quite nice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Burple and Wildfire, and I'm sure we put a fair bit of clear in this one as well from memory. Looking at it, that's what it looks like anyway. It's definitely the Burple and the Wildfire. It's just a case of whether I put clear in it, but I'm looking at the blank, I'd say it would have had to add clear in it as well, because it's got so much depth with the colour mix in amongst it. All right, that'll do that one. You guys are terrible. All the things you're saying about me, my sweaty, salty sweat, blood, sweat and tears. Yes, it is amber. These ones were all the black diamond pigments. So if you look for Wildfire, that's what it's actually called. And actually I can, tub's buried away at the moment. But yeah, Wildfire, and the other one was Burple. And then it had a certain amount of mix of clear in it as well. So there probably would have been more, looking at the blank, I'd say there would have been more of the Burple in colour and quantity of resin. So it would have been more Burple, a lesser amount of Wildfire, slightly, and then there would have been a certain amount of clear in it as well. But if you watch back that casting video that we done, you'd probably get to see more about the quantities of the mix that I done. Yeah, looking at the handle, Amber, it's got a fair bit of clear in it too, because there's a lot of depth in it. So I must have put a fair bit of clear in. This one's going to shine up like no tomorrow, I tell you now, it's a beauty. It's got, well, it must be the purple and the wildfire must mix to give it a different colour, because there's a fair bit of blue in there as well. Now the purple is probably more of a bluey purple, I would say. So yeah, so the mix of colours is obviously infused in there and made other colours. I can't remember if we put any black in it. I'm wondering if there was maybe a touch of black, or if that's just depth in the handle I'm seeing there. Like I said, without watching back the video, it's hard to tell sometimes. Okay, next one. Let me just, I'll check the container, Amber. It might have been liquid fire, but I thought it was wildfire. No, it's buried away, but give me some time and I'll have a look. I'll have a look-see for you. I've got colours all over the place in here at the moment. Yeah, you're right, it's liquid fire. Sorry, I thought it was wildfire. It's liquid fire. And that's it there. That's the colour, as you can see there on the blank. Right, so it's liquid fire, you're correct. I thought it was wildfire, but it's liquid fire. So there you go, and the other one's purple. So there you go, sorted. Yeah, it's a lovely colour looking at it in this one, especially with that purple. And like I said, I can't remember if I put a tiny little bit of black in it as well. I just honestly can't remember. But there was obviously a fair bit of clear, as I said. So, but that'll get it close. So we are getting a nice strong purple in it, but we're also getting some nice strong blue, wherever the blue came from. Obviously the purple, but the wildfires maybe toned it back down, I don't know. I mean, blue and red make purple, don't they? So possibly the red pigments in the liquid fire have maybe turned it darker purple, and then I don't know where the yeah, it's stunning, eh? Problem is, with a lot of these handles that look really nice, and the colours and the swirling and the depth in it, a lot of the time you just can't capture it in the photographs or in videos, you know, like that one that I done, the bore brush handle that I done, it's got nice colour in it, like pearly, opally type colour, but it doesn't really show up in the photographs as much as what it does under the light, just looking at it naturally under lighting, natural lighting. Razor, how are you, buddy? Yeah, in some cases, Brett, I mean, you can get a similar pour time and time again if you document how many mils of each, the quantity of the colour that you add to each one, and then how you pour it, you know, and what sort of sequence. And you can repeat pours and get them fairly close. They'll never be exactly the same, obviously, because the resin does do a certain amount of mixing on its own. But you can get a mix very, very close, just if you document it, you know. I tend not to document a lot of mine, purely and simply because I like to do everything different. The only time they'll be the same is like if it's a special quantity, like a limited edition quantity or something like that, where they've all got to be close, you know, very close to each other, same colour mix, same quantity mix, and in that way you can sort of replicate. But most of the time you would pour a larger number like that in larger quantities as well, so you wouldn't just cast one, you'd cast, you know, half a dozen or so at a time. So you'd mix up enough resin to pour that many, then you'd cast them, put them in the pressure pot, start another mix and go again, you know. So yeah, you can get mixes very, very close, but the pattern and the thing, you can't control it because the resin controls that itself, you know. Well, possibly Razor. I might put it up for sale, mate. It is a stunner, but I might put it up for sale. I've got plenty brushes and razors, mate, to do me. We'll see, but I think this one might go up for sale. It's too nice not to see it in somebody else's shaved den, getting loved and used on a regular basis. Plus, it really is nice. It's a beautiful looking brush. So far anyway. Once the knot gets set in it, that'll set it off. But she is a stunner. No worries, Nigel, buddy. We'll catch you later, eh? Enjoy. It is worthy of being a keeper, mate, but I can always make another one, you know. You're heading off, Sam. We'll catch you later, buddy. Yeah, purple and liquid fire, and a bit of clear, and I thought there might have been black in it as well, but I don't think there is. I think it's just clear with the purple and the liquid fire. I was calling it wildfire before, but then Amber couldn't find it on the web, so she identified that it was liquid fire. So I had to go digging through my box to verify, and it was purple and liquid fire with clear. And the more I'm looking at it, I think it was just clear in there, not black. So but she's a stunner. A real eye popper, this one. Right, that'll do that one. The sweat's dripping off my nose. Yes, I did, mate, regarding the soap sizes. Sam sent me one through as well. It seems like they're all over the place as far as sizes are concerned, aye. Yeah, I get a lot of people asking for particular colours, Amber, and then basically I'll then make a casting and then turn them a handle normally. Well, that's as long as I've got the colours. Either that or I've got to go and get the colour. And there are some colours that won't go together well because the colours are colours that are not really compatible. So what will happen is they'll mix and form a, sorry, I had the camera there. They'll form maybe a totally different colour when the two of them come together. And some of them are really hard to stop from doing that. I think there was one that I done once not that long ago actually for a fella. He wanted, oh, what was the colours now? It was orange and something else, but it normally forms brown. And I managed to leave it to the point where the resins were just about going off before I started to pour, and I managed to retain some of the orange, but some of it did darken down and it went a sort of burnt browny orange, you know, but there was still a couple of flashes of bright orange in it. So I managed to do what he wanted to do, but a couple of, actually he did get a couple of people in the States and asked them if they would do the colours for him, and they said no, they wouldn't, because there's issues with those colours. But I did manage to get it to work to a certain extent, enough that he was happy with it, but not as, I didn't get as much orange in it as what I would have liked. So you've got to be careful of those things as well. There is colours that just are not compatible, or they'll form a, you know, a dirty, yucky other colour. I'm doing a few more malachite handles actually. I'm going to be getting another half a dozen of them, and oh, what was the other ones? There's half a dozen and another one. Oh, the Phoenix Nebulas. So I'll have more of them soon, hopefully. But the green malachite seemed to be really popular. Everybody wanted it after we released it for the limited edition for the P&C group. And I only had another couple of blanks left from the P&C group ones, so it was the first in, best dressed that got the last two. And but anyway, I will have another half a dozen shortly. Didn't you get a malachite one, Brett? I thought you got a malachite. I was saying to the group before, Razor, I see we've hit 91 subscribers, so we've broken the 90 mark now. Now we're just going to break the 100. Right, that'll do that for now. We'll get rid of that again for a tick. I'll sit them there for now. I'll give my face a quick dry off. And we shall grab a paper towel, give this a dry off, and then we can turn it around. Right, we'll take that off and we'll turn it round, so we'll rechuck. So So we'll just go back to there for a tick. And we'll remove this one. And we'll put that yeah, it's nice. Wrong way, Tony, wrong way. Right, that's nice. And that'll do it. We'll have to swap the Fosna bit around. Put a 25mm in. Lock that off. Now, tailstock, tool rest. Try a bit there, we'll see how we go. Check the height. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. Speed it up a bit. And we'll go back to there. And there we go. Bring that back. We'll swap out the live centre now for the Fosna bit again with a 25mm in it. I'll bring that up. Slow it down, and we'll just go in and drill at 4.5, 5mm deep. Have a look, a little bit more. That'll do it. And we'll just take that Jacob's chuck and Fosna bit out the tailstock. Right. See how probably a bit too high. That's better. So just a nice light cut. And then we'll round the inner edge a little bit. I'll have a quick look at that. Yeah, that's not too bad. Probably want to round that inner edge off a little bit more. We'll get the rest with the sandpaper. Okay. Move that out the way. Right, that's going to do that. So we'll get the wets up again. Just tidy up the bottom, smoothen it out, and then we'll hit it on the buffer. And we should be right to go. So we'll get that there. We'll take this out because we don't need that in there now. We can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. We'll bring up the trusty glue board, somewhere where you can see it. That'll do fine there. We've got the knot, the beautiful Rhodium knot. We'll get a antique silver coin for this one, no doubt about it. And what else do we need? We need a glue stick. We need our glue. Oh, I might need to put that chuck back in, and we'll need to hit it with a little bit of Plastex before we do everything else. So we're all ready to go. Now we just got to take this over and give it a good buffing. So we'll swap to camera 4. Not that you can see a lot more or much more, but anyway, we'll put you to there, and we'll put picture in picture. We'll put to camera 1, so I can have the overhead on the main shot, and I can have me and the little one on the bottom there once we get going. So without further ado, let's get the grinder fired up. Alright, here we go. Don't know if I can do this out of Don't know if I can do this so you can see it. Looking better. Oh, I didn't sand the bottom of this off with the wets either, did I? I'm going to have to put that chuck back in. Jumping the gun here. So we'll turn that off, we'll put that chuck back in. Getting too carried away here trying to see this one finished. We'll move that just out the way for now. We'll bring back the rag and we'll bring back the wet pads. Getting too carried away and too excited with myself here, trying to jump into this one and see it all finished. Let me just go back to camera 2 now, and we'll bring the chat back up. Purplicious. How does that sound? Purplicious. Oopsie daisy. Purple Rain, Prince, he might come after me too. Oh well, he can't come after me, can he? Purple people eater, yeah. Share and share alike, Amber, share and share alike. That's the normal story, isn't it? Okay, now we're ready to buff. Okay, get rid of that again. And we'll release the handle. Take out the chuck. Put it up there. We can bring back our trusty glue board. Get rid of that chuck. Now we'll take the handle and finish off the buffing like we should have done in the first place. Chuck, chuck, chuck. Right, fabulous-ter. Okay, let's get ready with the cameras. So we'll take you back to camera 3, and then we'll put the picture-in-picture. Yep, that's it, we're set. We're all set. Okay, we'll just take that out a little bit there. Put a little bit more. And we'll just sit this back on here. We'll hit it with a little bit of Plastex. That'll do it. So we'll get a bit of this fine stuff on there. And that should do it. They'll need to be very quick, Razor, otherwise I could be tempted to keep this one for myself. But we'll see how we go. Right, we need a clean paper towel. Now I'm happy with that everywhere except down there. There's a couple of little, in close in the detail, in tight in the detail, there's a couple of little marks. So I'm going to try and give that another little bit of a tidy up, fellas and guys. Just wasn't happy with it, so I could see a couple of just very, very faint lines that I didn't like. So we're just going to give this the quick once over again and see how we go this time. See if it gets them out. won't take much. Right. It's nearly gone. I just couldn't have lived with myself if I had left that in there. And that should do it, I think, now. In what bottle? What bottle are we talking about, lads? Grey Dog, what bottle? Yep, that'll do it. Right, the last little buff, this should do it this time, I think. I just wasn't happy with those couple of little scratch marks that were in that ring there, so looks like we've got them now. So we'll just give it a quick hit back on the buffer, and then we should be able to set the knot and the coin. So Go back to there. Much better. Okay. Much better. Okay. A little bit of polish now and that will finish it off. So we'll take this back to that again. Keep that here for now. Now that's my Plastex, that's the Meguiar's plastic polish. It's good stuff. Right. This should do it now. Full steam ahead. Isn't she beautiful? Right. Okay. We'll get rid of the chuck as well, out the way. Right, now we're ready. So we've got our coin, we've got our brush, we've got our mixing stick, and we've got the glues there. So we're all set. Okay, stick that over there. Mix up a bit of glue. That'll do us. It's nice and soft today because the temperature's up. Or I should say nice and fluid. Not as cold or cool. Right, so we'll set the coin first. So just push a little bit of epoxy around. And that'll about do us, I think. Yep, and we're getting a little bit of ooze out, so we'll spend a bit of time with that first. I'll do that for now. We'll come back to that in a little while. We'll get the knot done now. And we want a little piece of coarse. Just give it a bit of a roughen up. And we're going to put some glue in here now. Now this knot has a bit of a hollow in the bottom, so I'm really going to load up the bottom of the socket with a fair bit of epoxy, just so that we get enough up into the hollow as well. So that'll do that, and then we'll get the last of it and just spread it onto the underside of the nut. And then we'll position that in there like such. Work the glue around. Boy, this is a lovely looking handle, I'll tell you, a lovely brush. Boy, oh boy, that's a stunner. Maybe it does need to go in my collection. Right, I'll get rid of these things and then we'll come back to full screen and we'll show you the finished job. The finished brush, it is nice. Get rid of the paddle pop stick, get rid of the cloth, put my glue board away again. Right, I think we're almost there, eh? So, without further ado, let me get this up on shot. So where are we? We need to get cam 1 up. There we go. There's the main one. And I'll put the picture in picture as cam 2 because we normally get a fairly good shot on that one. Not stove bedding in yet. Waiting on the glue just to take a bit more, and the bottom is pretty good. I might just give it another last wipe with a clean cloth and a little bit of methylated spirits just to make sure we've got no epoxy left on there at all. Especially around the lettering of the medallion in the bottom, the coin in the bottom. Pretty much set now, so well, setting, but no more coming out, so we should be good now. And then we'll just give that a wipe off with the dry end. And then I'll give it a wipe with, I normally give it a wipe with the microfiber cloth once I get inside. So we'll get rid of that guy. Put the lid on that before I spill it. We'll put our little subscribe down the bottom left there, down there, there, and I'll bring the okay, here we go. What do we think, peeps? Doesn't that not look magnificent? Aye. Let me change to camera 3. We might be able to get a better picture. No, camera 3, camera 2, sorry. Can you see the, it's hard to see the clear in it, but the darker areas are actually the clear, where it's gone into the brush. So it's very nice. Let's take it back a bit, just so you can see the whole handle, whole brush. There you go. In all its glory. Don't drop it. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. It looks really nice. It looks nice in that handle, and the knots just looks absolutely stunning. So that's the Rhodium for you. There's the view, how densely packed the knot is. Just pure luxury. Anyway, I think that'll do us, eh? Hope yous all enjoyed the stream, the making of the purple people eater. Thanks for joining me this beautiful Saturday morning, and I hope everything's all good where you guys are. Hope you have a nice weekend. Enjoy it while you can. Monday soon comes around. Thanks, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I think we've only got the locals in here now today. I don't think it's, or the regulars I should say. I don't think we've got any new faces in, but if we have, please subscribe to the channel. You'll get notified of any videos going up, any new live streams. Click the little bell, ding, and you'll be notified. So until next time, guys, you know the drill. Take care, stay safe, don't do anything I wouldn't do, and we'll see you Tuesday night. Till then, take care. See yas. Ta-da.